Sure. We have All-American attack, Megan O'Brien, head coach, Kara Reaver, and tournament MVP and starting goalie, Taylor Gillis.
Coach, if you could start us off with an opening statement about today's game.
Well, I'm just really happy with our full effort. I think the first half we needed to make sure that we kept the game close to give us a chance to win it. We did that, and the girls realized that there was 30 minutes left to play for their opportunity to win the national championship, and they gave it everything they had those last 30 minutes, and obviously it worked for us.
So, Coach, you guys were down by 3 at halftime. What was the message to these ladies to get this victory today?
It was really put it all on the line. You've got 30 minutes left to play. We were getting crushed on the draw controls in the first half, and I told the defense that they had done a fantastic job in the first half holding them, but they were doing a terrible job coming off the line for draw controls, and that's where we were getting beat. And if we wanted a chance to be able to win, we had to win those draw controls.
Along with getting that change, your goalie made a couple consecutive saves in a row, and then you got the open net shot. So at that time, maybe it didn't look like those were all going to be big, but those turned out to be all huge plays.
Absolutely. Those were definitely game changers for us, for sure.
And then your energy, too, it seemed as though you being able to milk the clock at the end, getting some turnovers, you shot a higher percentage, and you committed fewer turnovers. Was that just another important message?
I think the first half, honestly, if I could take how the team felt the first half, it was kind of like they knew that they could play with them, but they weren't quite sure. And when we had a timeout with about 18 minutes left, I looked around at the team and I go, now they know that they've got a chance to win. And you could just see them kind of change that dial and go, now we're really going to compete. All we got to compete for now is for 18 minutes. And that's kind of where I saw the shift in our overall mentality of the game.
Either player, the shift your coach is talking about, Delphi is kind of, they're the traditional power. This is your first national title. Was it kind of a mental thing that they seemed so dominant and you had to prove that you belonged on the field with them?
It was for sure mental. I think we just had to, stay positive, tell ourselves that, we can do this, we can play with them. And the more positive we were, the better things that we produced. And, I couldn't be more proud of everyone and everything we've accomplished.
And on that open net shot, have you ever had one with no goalie? I mean, did it seem weird, like, boy, I sure can't miss this?
In practice, I've had them, and I think I missed. So this time it was very nerve-wracking, but just to be able to finish it, I was really happy and relieved.
And then on your saves, did you feel, the momentum shift as you made those saves with your whole team?
Well, I told myself I'm playing for my team. I want to play for my seniors. I want to play for all the girls out there and all the girls on the sidelines and all the parents. That was my motivation, and I just kept chipping away. I was like, I can't let them score, because if they score, then they get up, and that's their momentum change. So every save, I felt like it just lifted us up, and then the attack, they were just killing it. So when they would make a goal, that pumped me up. So it was an all-around team effort.
How did you feel compared to the first half to the second half? It seemed like in the first half you was getting pressure. How do you feel, especially when you guys get the national championship?
Well, the first half, I got a good sense of where they were shooting and how they were shooting, and I was positive that I could stop their shots. So the first half definitely gave me was a good eye opener for where they were shooting, how they were shooting, and then I made that adjustment. And my defense definitely made the adjustment as well too. And then attack did their thing and shot around their goalie. So it was really good.
And for any kids out there that want to be a tournament MVP, what kind of message would you have to them?
Just keep working hard. Honestly, Coach pushes us, and she is such a role model to me, and if we didn't have her, I don't know, because really when we came in and she was like, we got this, I was like, yes we do. I was like, put your head down, go to work. That's what you gotta do.
And Coach, same question to you, because she gets so much props, right?
Can you repeat your question?
So how much of these ladies meant to you as far as your goalie, she got the tournament MVP, and you guys won a national championship?
I mean, I told her, there was a game where she got pulled earlier in the year, and it was tough because our backup goalie did great. But I told her, what better game to be the tournament MVP than the national championship? So she's got it in her. All of our players do. Whenever they are requested to step up, they do, and they have all year. And it really is a special team. They talk about special teams winning a national championship, and this is truly a very special team. Very hard to duplicate. I think it starts with our senior class and how they treat the rest of their team. They're very selfless. They could care less about any of their individual accolades. All they want to do is win, and the rest of the team wants to win for them and wants to win for each other.
You have a lot of players from Maryland, only a few from Florida, but do you think this is a shift now in Division II, that there will be more parity, a school like yours being further south winning?
I definitely think, obviously, there's a draw to the south for people who don't want to be in the snow. That certainly helps us on that aspect. But, you know, recruiting is what it is. You've got to find those kids that are willing to go away from home, too. And I think next year's class, we got a lot of freshmen coming in from Florida. So for us, it's kind of where's the talent and where's the good fit with who wants to come to Florida Southern.
How about a personal level for you, starting the program from scratch and 5 years later a national champ? You know, as the game was ending, did you think back to your first couple seasons and thinking, you know, what are we doing? And now all of a sudden, 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, this program, they've always done great. Within the first, I think, 2 weeks of us being a program, we got nationally ranked and have been nationally ranked ever since. So it's been great for these girls to come in and just know that we compete and we work hard and we like to win. And I think, you know, they don't have the attitude of, I think just the program's going in the right direction where we know we want to win and it's not okay to lose.
Either player, if you want to comment, you know, the program was already starting to roll by the time you committed, unless you committed really, really young, which you might have. But did you feel you were taking a little bit of a risk instead of going to a more traditional power?
I wanted to go to a school where I could like picture myself walking around campus, making friends, and all of that stuff. So I kind of looked at the school aspect more than the lacrosse aspect. But Coach was honestly one of the nicest coaches I've ever when I was choosing a school. I was like, okay, she's motivated and I like her and I loved the girls when I met them. So I really felt like I fit in there. So that's why I chose it. I didn't choose it because they were winning or anything like that. I chose it because it was an awesome school.
Yeah. I didn't actually get really recruited per se. I picked the school first and I kind of walked on. But, you know, I always loved playing lacrosse and I picked the school because I loved the environment and I, you know, loved everything about it. And then afterwards, you know, I got an email from her and, you know, like Taylor said, she's very nice and I came down, I visited, I love the school. So I was like, if I can play lacrosse here and I love the school, you know, why not do it? And it turned out great.